Hello, this is Scott Howe, editorial analyst for Commercial UAV News, and I'm at Commercial UAV Expo 2023 in Las Vegas with Sammy Walwork from Cloud Ground Control. Sammy, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Pleasure to be with you.
So tell us about your system. What's it all about and what does it do?
Yeah, look, we've had a great week this week here in Las Vegas. Some really fascinating conversations. I think that the software that we've developed and built, Cloud Ground Control, you can see in the background here. We have a case study where we're working with Surf Lifesaving Australia to use our software to remotely control and monitor beaches using thousands of drones up hundreds of kilometres of coastline, or miles, if you will. And yeah, it's been a really great week. I think that this technology is going to really save lives. What you're able to do is have a swarm of drones, be able to take control of them from a remote location. It's web browser based, so what you can do is have an iPad as you're on the beach looking for things like sharks, people drowning. We have AI and object image localization and detection technologies on board as well. And yeah, just really interesting to talk to a lot of the drone manufacturers that are looking for software solutions to help them, because it's quite a lot of resources that go into building something like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, walking the floor, there are many companies that offer similar systems. What sets yours apart? What makes it different?
Yeah, look, really good question. I think that being able to take a control of the drone, being given the live feeds and telemetry over a map, and having a lossless amount of drones that you can use. I think that a lot of guys here can't have 1,000 drones all in the air at the same time. Yeah, we don't actually have a limit. We haven't found the ceiling yet to how many we can be controlling at the same time. But yeah, I think that it's just a really interesting product. We obviously develop everything in Australia as well. I think that the technology sector in my part of the world is really growing and increasing at the moment, and it's something that we're really proud of, bringing it to the US market and abroad as well.
Right. So is this your first time here in Las Vegas at this show?
Yes, it is. Not my first time in Las Vegas, but first time at the show. And
I won't ask you about the other times you've been.
Yes. I actually won money the first time, which, believe it or not,
wow.
pretty rare. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to leave with in the green this time around. I lost a bit of money on the LSU game the other night. I wasn't too happy about.
So you're here trying to find some North America clients, possibly.
Yes, you know what's really interesting though? It's a very global crowd here. We've met with some amazing manufacturers here in Australia, here in the US. But yeah, just opposite us here, we've got IdeaForge, who are India's #1 drone manufacturer. We've met several companies from Europe and South America. So yeah, I'd say, look, the American audience, the US audience has been great to speak with, a lot of fantastic companies here. But I'd like to say that this entire expo is a very global experience.
One thing that I'm always curious about when I learn about products like yours, you use them for lots of different applications. In the case you just mentioned, public safety.
Yes.
What's the training and support like? I would imagine a lot of people who want to take on a system like this would need a tremendous amount of training and support.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's all about how big your engineering support team is. And so we have hundreds of engineers back at our head office, really looking to integrate this software with the clients. I like to say that it is a little bit of a task to get it all integrated, but we've built Cloud Ground Control to be really easy to use. So whilst the support and the setup might be a step up, we're certainly going to be there for all of our clients every step of the way. But once they're off and racing, it's pretty easy to use from there. So we have a lot of happy clients that we are pretty hands-off with once they get set up.
I want to end, you touched on some of the things I wanted to talk about, how this is a global event.
Yes.
How the industry has changed and how you can walk the floor and learn all sorts of different things about what's happening in many different sectors. From your experience working in this field, how has it changed over the past few years and where do you see it going in the next year?
Yeah, look, really interesting point. I think one of the beautiful pieces about Cloud Ground Control is that you can access a drone that's flying in the sky from anywhere in the world. You can take over, control the gimbal, zoom on it, and it's completely lossless. That technology was not available 5 years ago, maybe not even 3 years ago. So I think the world's connectivity, having global servers, which allows us to be taking control of aircraft from Australia. I recently did a demo in London where we gave control to a drone that we were flying in Sydney to a client over in the UK, and they were amazed by the amount of real-time access they had to this aircraft. They were moving it and controlling it with zero loss. So yeah, it was almost in real time, and I love the reactions of clients when we get them to take over the drone remotely. Often I'm calling from Australia to various parts of the world, and yeah, it's quite mind-blowing when you can see the real-time changes that you can make in an aircraft. And yeah, I think that's really the beauty of what we're trying to do here. If you have applications like emergency response with remote beach monitoring and people drowning, or even bushfires, you don't need to be physically at the location anymore. You can be from a different city, from a head unit where decisions can be made. One thing that we love about cloud ground control is if you're a firefighter, for example, and you have an iPad in the back of the fire truck, you can actually look at the fire that you're heading to from an aerial view. You can move the drone and move the gimbal, zoom in on things, see where the wind direction's going. So, that's the types of technology that we're looking to create, which I think is going to lead to lives being saved and a really positive addition to the future of not just emergency response, but several other industries as well.
Sammy, thank you for talking to us today about cloud ground control. Enjoy your time in Las Vegas and best of luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
I'm Scott Howe from Commercial UAV News.